All right, we are back in action. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Whatever term you like to use. Welcome back to USC, where we are finally getting underway with our first winners bracket match in the quarterfinals week. It's going to be Florida, it's going to be Carolina, I'm going to be this one guy, he's going to be Dada, and we're going to be having a good time, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna be having a great time, hopefully. We're gonna be having a better time than we did on any of the other, 7 matches we've had this far.
Yeah,
Maybe 8.
I think it's 7. I think it's 7 because all but one of the losers bracket matches have been played. None of the potentials have been played. None of the winners. Yeah, that'd be 7. Yeah, our matches have all been 6-0 or 6-1. We have not seen a competitive match yet on this pool. And I don't know if we're necessarily going to, in this match, either, oh god, they're already going into bans. Why are they already going into bans? But the hope is that we will indeed get to see a competitive affair here this evening. These teams played 3 maps in common last week. Florida rolled over Carolina in their compared Hard Rock 1 score. Carolina rolled over Florida in their compared DT2 score. And they were pretty much dead even on Hidden 2. Those were the 3 in common. And so I'm curious to see how that affects our picks and bans today. And already you see it starting off with Florida banning out Free Mod 3, which is something we kind of discussed beforehand.
Then immediate response by Carolina banning Hard Rock 2, which is, I suppose, not unexpected. A lot of Carolina's best players aren't really known for their Hard Rock, especially not their precision.
This is based on what we saw for the results for Carolina last week. They're definitely a team that likes tapping maps. The left-hand mechanics, as we like to talk about them.
Yep, and we see both of the primary tapping maps being immediately banned from Florida with DT2 and Fremont 3. So that leaves just DT4 as a slight tapping map, DT1 as a slight tapping map. And then, I guess a little bit of Fremont 1, but that's mostly 1-3.
There's also, like, Nomad 2,
The
technically.
It's very stamina heavy.
Yeah,
right?
it's stamina and, like, pretty tricky flow. It's not fast, but it's stamina draining. And so they've got some options still for Carolina if they do want to opt into a lot of tapping stuff in this match. There are plenty of picks for them, but none that will be on the level of a DT2 or a Free Mod 3. And it makes me kind of sad that they got into bans so fast. I was expecting them to do warm-ups first because Florida said they wanted a warm-up, during which time we could talk about those bans, and we would have predicted them pretty spot on because we have so far predicted both of Florida's bans.
Are they doing bans before warm-ups?
I think so. Because they didn't do warm-ups to my knowledge as of yet. No, they have not. Had to look at the MP. So I'm not really sure what the story is there. But I guess...
Right, let's just answer some of the questions in chat. Why not Arizona versus Ohio? Because we have 3 matches in the same time slot and only 2 channels and 2 streams.
Also, Arizona versus Ohio is on the B stream, as announced in the Discord.
Oh yeah, no, the match that's not being streamed,
the match that's not being streamed is
New Jersey versus Virginia.
Yeah, so if you want to complain about a match not being streamed, complain about that. But this is a winners bracket match, and like if there's a winners bracket match at the same time as a losers bracket match, the winners match is always going to get prio. It's just how it works.
Also, yes, there are 2 streams. Just add a _B to the Twitch link, and then you'll be transported to the fabulous Dio and the ever-present Juno casting that match.
It's also in the panel under the stream. It says B stream right there, so you can click on the link instead of having to type anything. So that is an option for you as well. And as we said, we're gonna get a Florida warm-up. I don't know what Carolina wants for their warm-up, but Florida has their custom Florida Man by Blue Oyster Cult DT warm-up. So this is what they're going to be flicking again. What was the second ban, by the way? Where did it go? Oh, they banned Nomad 4.
Nomad 4.
So Nomad 4 is going to remain at 0% pick rate.
How many bans? 2?
I think that it's only like 1 or 2. It just doesn't exist is mostly what's going on. Yeah,
Good.
that's 2 bans, 0 picks for.
I'm not gonna say this is intentional because it isn't, but it is quite reassuring to see that people have not lost their minds to enjoy playing a map like that.
It's not intentional.
Kinda like,
it's just not intentional.
it's symbolically like very powerful. It's a power move. It's to flex on slider Twitter clip members.
I thought the song was kind of cool if you're into that sort of thing.
No, the song is not bad. I actually kind of like. I don't like enjoy the song fully, but I think like it's not bad. It's something I listen to every once in a while, depending on mood. If I'm emo, aka
all the time.
If I'm pooling, that's a great song to have in the background. Kill me.
Listen.
Bad.
I know. Whenever I say listen, I do that. It's really bad. But you brought this on yourself. I mean, it was your choice. You know,
It's moist, man.
It's moist. Moist critical in the Florida warm up. So we get to have this going on. But yeah. So Florida bans out 2 fast maps. Carolina bans out Precision and Tech.
I don't know if Tech was necessarily a good ban.
I don't think they needed to ban Nomad 4. Yeah, I
don't think Florida would have opted for it. Yeah,
like no one's picking it. I don't know why you would ever like when you can see that there's been 7 matches and the map hasn't been picked once yet. There's probably a reason, and unless you're excruciatingly bad at Tech, there's not a need to ban that against really anyone.
I mean, maybe they're excruciatingly bad at Tech. You never know.
Now
we don't have access to their team, so
yeah,
it might just be like 270k max.
Right, they actually get 900k team score on it.
We've seen worse.
Oh goodness, have we ever? I will say I don't know that we've seen worse from a team that actually like had its roster, but we have seen worse. Now, as I said, Florida had the big win over Carolina if you compare their scores on Hard Rock 1 last week, which was like slower but had that sort of aim and some streams aspect that this week's Hard Rock 1 also has. I don't know if they want to pick Hard Rock aim though. Like that doesn't feel like something that Florida really wants to pick into.
I mean, I'm not really like 100% familiar with this new iteration of Florida, with Crescento, with Araxi, with like a couple of their like big players kind of stepping back and being more like a fill player. So I'm not really sure what they'll pick.
I feel like I don't know because of the matchup, but you know, I would normally think like, you know, the DT1, DT4 here are both pretty good for them. The hidden 2 this week is an interesting proposition because these teams both did very similarly on last week's.
I don't think Hidden 2 is like a first pick
no,
or
no,
early
no.
pick, but maybe later on. I think apparently Crescento is like a very big HR like guy.
Crescento FC'd Hard Rock 1 last week along with Exarch. He also FC'd DT1 along with Exarch.
Yeah, you have Exarch, you have Crescento. So I'm assuming Hard Rock will be on their plate here.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this match last week. They actually played DT1, DT3, and DT2 like over the course of the match, and the other 2 picks were Hidden 2 and Hard Rock 1 back-to-back, which is like as weird of a back-to-back pair of song or map slots as you can choose. And they looked, I mean, they looked good on everything. They were against a team that really didn't pose much of a challenge for them.
Who are they facing again?
What's it called? Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Yeah, that match
still
was
in
just.
the tournament.
I mean, yeah, oh yeah, because they 6-0'd Minnesota this afternoon, didn't they?
Minnesota, which almost brought someone a tiebreaker, or almost
They
got brought to tiebreaker. I
did
don't remember.
take Arizona to tiebreaker. Yeah, they got
Okay, yeah.
they got brought to tiebreaker and then lost it because they were ahead in that match.
Yeah, true,
and then
true,
Arizona made the comeback and won on a tiebreaker. Arizona had back-to-back tiebreakers the first 2 weeks, and then 6-1 win against Michigan earlier today. All right, I have a question. It's like already a late evening match, and we're picking 4-minute long warm-ups for some reason. Why do we have the need to do this?
Okay, I will give them.
It's not
one
even like a.
thing,
It's
and
not even
one
like.
thing only.
Okay.
This song bangs.
This
like
is.
Hanarashi is probably the best or second best Cranky song in my memory.
I feel like if you're gonna pick a long warm-up, it should be for like some funny reason, like you make a custom song like freaking Oregon did. That was hella cool actually, and that wasn't even long. It was like 2 minutes. But like, I don't really understand the point of picking a map like this as warm-up, to be honest. I don't know what this does.
I don't know either. It's not like it's a long like warming up map. This is very low BPM.
Yeah. It's just.
I mean, the map is cool. I like this map personally, but
It's just, but it's just there though. Like it's just there.
Yeah.
I don't know. T1G when Carolina does anything. No, this is I would say this about literally any team picking a warm up like this. This has nothing to do with it being specifically Carolina. I don't know why you would insinuate that.
Carolina did some cool things in the NCAA tournament. March Madness this year.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I
was gonna say that feels like it was a year ago, even though it was like what 5 months. They lost in the championship game to Kansas by 3 points after beating Duke by 4 in the Final Four.
The beating Duke was the cool thing. Wasn't that Coach K's last game? Lost the fucking...
because he's retiring or whatever. True.
No, yeah, no. They not only beat Coach K in his last game, but they beat Coach K in his last game at home.
Oh,
that
during the regular season.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, that was fucking cool.
I've, as somebody from a Big Ten region that has always been a fan of the Big Ten, I don't have any particular attachment or rooting interest for either of those teams.
The
And
ACC?
I have a lot of respect for Coach K and what he did with that program during his time there, but it was never like, oh my God, I can't believe he's going to be gone. I can't believe they lost, their last game against UNC and all that. But
I mean, I highly respect Coach K.
Yeah.
He's the most successful, or at least
One of-
top 2
yeah.
most successful college basketball coach in NCAA history. But it is a flex and a half to not only make him take an L in his last home game, but also make him take an L in a deciding Final Four March Madness game.
Yeah.
Absolute power move.
I'm sure when Coach Izzo eventually retires, I will understand how all the Dukies felt.
Dookies. That's the first time.
Have you really not heard that one before? Oh, that's funny.
No, I haven't.
But, oh no. Wait, Nigiri and Will Cookie both drew Among Us characters. I don't, is that maybe it's some inside joke with their team or something? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't really know
Maybe
what
they
that
just...
has to do with this map or anything, so it's
I
kind
mean,
of...
whenever you have a spare, you're not nervous, this isn't a real map, you don't have to worry about anything, you have a little break, might as well, I guess. Might as well look sus for the stream.
Alright, let's see. Who's first pick? Who has first pick? Q2. Carolina has first pick. Okay.
Would not be surprised in seeing either a hidden one or maybe something more akin to like a free mod one, maybe.
Yeah, I think Carolina picks tapping first, and then they go from there. I think they go into something tapping focused initially.
HD3 would also be a little tapping, so.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
it's primarily not like a tapping map.
would they go for Nomad? Like Nomad Cheer?
I don't know. Are they a Nomad 2 team? I think
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
because,
I don't know
like,
if they're a Nomad. Like they're more of a speed tapping team than they are
Yeah.
like a stamina tapping team. From what I've seen of them, at least.
No, that makes sense. But like statistically, the most tapping heavy map, if you go down the list
Yeah.
from the ones that were banned, is Nomad Cheer.
Yeah.
So you wonder.
Also, I wonder if anybody in this matchup picks Hidden 3, because like that's something that there's players on both teams that are strong on, with it being like flow aim, tapping heavy, and hidden. That kind of falls into like Will Cookie Exarch kind of territory. They have Will Cookie Abba Nigiri coming in for the moment for whatever they end up playing. All right, yeah, they're just going straight DT1. So
Okay.
yeah, highest BPM map in the pool.
Is that the
I think.
first time we've seen ET1?
Second. Yeah, it was picked earlier today. I forget offhand. Hang on. I forget offhand what match it was picked in. It was E7. Somebody find me what E7 was. Virginia, Oklahoma. That's right. So that was the first time we saw it. Was Virginia versus Oklahoma, and this will be the second. So pretty, and that was Virginia just like abusing Oklahoma because they didn't have players.
Yeah.
That pick was really rude. Like that was so mean.
Is it really mean? That's kind of like a mercy kill.
DT1 and DT4 in that match both just, yeah, that's true. They either felt rude or they felt like a mercy kill, depending on how you think about it. But yeah, so this is gonna be like Carolina going speedy roster with their first pick.
This is like a kind of hybrid between awkward aim and like fast DT3 stuff. Kind of like in between, so it's in kind of like that gray area between a DT1 and a DT3. And, you know, in the DT pool at least, or without involving flow aim necessarily, like a Nomad Cheer, this is the speediest map in the pool. Remaining in the pool.
Yeah, ignoring the maps that got banned. I'm very curious to see how this goes. Ramton, Crescento, Digital Hypno is... Like, Ramton, Crescento I expected. I don't know why that I expected Digital Hypno in for this.
I expected Door, actually.
Yeah.
Since this is a DTNO.
Door is
But
pretty
maybe-
good at higher BPM stuff.
Maybe he's not comfortable with the aim of this map, which is... I've seen a couple of people have that opinion where they can do the tapping, but they feel like the aim and like a little bit of the like linear stuff is just not on their wheelhouse.
And they've got Abba, Mega MK, and Rhythmic RS, which, based on last week's scores, should do pretty well on stuff like this. Any Chad single tappers? Crescento and Ramton? Let's go.
Very good. Rooting for Florida in this one.
Well, your rooting might get rewarded here. Mega MK finds the early miss. We'll give Florida a bit of an early advantage. Obviously, ton of map here. Comfort level seems pretty high across the board. The accuracy is very strong on basically everyone. 97.9, like that's gonna be 98 is gonna be the lowest ACK in just a second. High ACK on Ramton. High ACK on Rhythmic RS. And no breaks other than the early miss from Mega. Yeah, this is the difference between like winner's bracket and loser's bracket. Because it was already, I'm pretty sure, like 1 FC left at this point in the earlier match on this map. And there goes Rams, and he breaks his SS with a miss. And that is about the worst possible place he could have broken, because we are just at precisely 2/3. So he's got, what, like 800k now maybe as his max. And that is going to open the door up for Carolina. Digital Hypno Crescendo instantly double miss. Well, GG. Enjoy your win, Carolina. That just ended the map right there.
That score bar just went.
Yep. Even with that late break from Abba, it just doesn't... Wait, and Rhythmic RS. Oh, man, we're not going to see a single FC. I jinxed it, I guess.
The power of winner's bracket.
I thought I was onto something. I mean, technically speaking, they're still going to get a good score. That's still 2.7 mil, which is not bad. But
no, absolutely.
That score could have been really good from both teams. Like, we could have seen a 3 mil from somebody.
Everybody in every single one of these plays are over 700,000. So
yeah, it's still good.
Everyone's still played out of their minds, but all unfortunate breaks. Carolina will be taking the first point and confirming their pick.
Yeah, this was a good first pick. I mean, I think we discussed it. Like, this was what we would expect them to pick into, and they did it, and it worked. I mean, what more can you ask for from a first pick?
It was a little dicey at the start, but they believed.
Yeah, I mean, it was close until it wasn't.
They have a couple of their bench players just looking at the stream and going like, "Ooh, Florida, your genitals are itching." The thing people do to make other people miss.
And Florida's gonna go Fremont 4. So, I mean, I mentioned like Hidden 3, which is, you know, tapping, flow aim, and stuff. But instead they go Fremont 4, which involves Hidden, but is much about the cut streams.
What I'd describe, very different words. What I'd describe this Fremont 4 is essentially a mixture between the HD1 and the HD3, where this has a little bit of finger control, like it has a 1/6 burst at the start, this has a couple of like doubles and stuff like that, but it also has a lot of the flow aim that Hidden 1 has, and like a lot of the kind of like more awkward angles sometimes, and it just becomes like it's a map that I think on Hidden is easier than both, but on Hard Rock and on Hard Rock especially, it's like very much harder than the Hard Rock pool. So maybe they're trying to like gap Carolina because they saw that they've been Hard Rock True first, and they probably don't really have a too confident a Hard Rock player. They're trying maybe to gap Carolina on that Hard Rock mod. I'm fully expecting Crescento or Exarch to take the Hard Rock mod here.
I think Crescento Hard Rocks this, and then Exarch Hidden's it.
Exarch Hidden?
Yeah, I think so. And then obviously
the Exarch Hidden is a rare sight.
I mean, I think anyway, right? He plays a lot of like hidden flow aim and stream type maps, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him bring out Hidden on like the cut stream map.
That's fair.
Will Cookie Hard Rock, and then Will Cookie Hidden. I mean, sorry, Will Cookie Hard Rock. Well, my words were getting ahead of my brain. Will Cookie Hidden, and then I don't know who between Mega and Rhythmic RS goes Hard Rock here.
It depends on who they want to.
That's Rhythmic RS.
Okay,
oh wow, okay. Exarch Hard Rock Crescento Nomad, Araxi Hidden.
Nomad.
All right, literally as wrong as it gets. Nice. I'm glad I don't know Florida's roster at all anymore. Also, before this gets really interesting, if you did not get to see the match between Ohio and Maryland, where they played this map, go watch it. This map between those two teams was decided by 581 points. So high-key recommend checking out that VOD because it was amazing. And in we go.
Will Cookie with the early break.
Somebody always breaks at the start of this. Those cut streams are very tricky.
It's a hard map to get into.
Yeah,
like, it starts very, very frantic.
The beginning of this is, I would almost say, the hardest part. because it throws you straight into it. Like, I feel like we see the most breaks in the first few hundred combo because you can chain miss on the cut stream patterns before you kind of settle in. So
Yeah.
Will Cookie, Rhythmic RS, and Exarch all breaking in the intro. Double FC for Crescento and Araxi, and Mega MK holding things down on the Nomad for Carolina. Exarch breaks on the little spaced Quint there, but Rhythmic RS follows up right after, so the Hard Rock player's in a similar spot. At what point does this start to get really scary? It's staying pretty even combo-wise.
I think about 2/3 or maybe like 3/4 of the way in, this map becomes a lot easier because it's kind of like it heads into like an outro, so the spacing gets a lot easier. Most people will not miss from that point onwards. So let's see if it's decided by then.
Yeah, it's 130 combo advantage for Araxi over Will Cookie. Crescento and Mega MK, of course, basically dead even. Mega MK has the advantage by maybe 15k. Oh, Rhythmic RS, was that a slider? I think that was a slider break. And that may just hand it over to Florida unless something kind of tragic occurs with only a quarter left and, like you said, the easier ending to come.
Yeah, no, this looks to be fairly decided. Not too decisive of a pick for their first pick, Florida here, but, you know, still, a win is a win. It's gonna end up at about 200k, I'd imagine.
Yeah, when there's 2 FCs against almost 2 FCs, like, the gap is just never going to be all that big. That's pretty much exactly what happens here. But Crescento and Araxi doing their jobs. And yeah, 250k, just shy of 250k. Florida will take that straight to the bank. Identical accuracy, by the way, for Crescento and Araxi. 16/100s apiece. Mega MK and Will Cookie both putting in insane act. Will Cookie, if he hadn't found that slider break at the beginning,
Very, very early on, yeah.
that would have been really close. But fortunately for Florida, Exarch had a 140k lead almost on Rhythmic RS, so that helped him out a lot.
It was what we were talking about, like the difference between those Hard Rock players.
Yep.
Florida just being slightly more comfortable in this, like, this is a little bit more pushing the skill cap boundaries of the free mods here.
That was a good pick from Florida, assuming that's what they had in mind. Leaves them plenty of other opportunities. I wonder, like, can they do the same thing on Fremod 1, where it's a little more, I don't know, it's a little speedier and it's a little less, like, gimmicky difficult? I'm not sure. It's a Nomad 2 second pick from Carolina, so, I mean, we discussed back and forth about this pick and whether or not Nomad 2 is a Carolina type of map here in this pool. Don't know that we really settled that discussion, but we certainly will now.
Well, they certainly picked it. So you'd imagine,
Yeah.
if it isn't a Carolina map, then at least they sure as hell think so.
You know, the thing that I've seen with this particular map is that it literally is decided by whether or not you FC. And I know that sounds silly, but like if you don't FC, if you miss on a stream, you just get a 16 miss at best. It's proven so hard for anyone who breaks to get back onto the stream, and they end up just like note locking and chain missing.
Yeah, no, the way these streams are at the second half of this map is like they're very long stream. The OD doesn't quite support getting back on the stream if you miss on the flow aim aspect of it. And once that happens, well, you're just in for a queue, just a line of X's lining your screen. But yeah, let's see if I think this is going to be a contested map personally. Like Exarch, Door, Rampton, they all have the stamina for this. It's unlike what we've seen before where, for example, in the Illinois versus, I believe, New Jersey match, where like half of the players in the lobby didn't have the stamina for this. I'm pretty sure everybody in this lobby has the stamina for the streams. So let's see if they can hit the flame.
Yeah, we've seen, like, I don't know. It really, it's just there's two types of scores on this. You know, you either FC it or you get like 400k. It has felt so far like there's very little in between. But as you said, these are going to be players who are more likely to all be comfortable with the pick. Door, Rampton, Exarch, Nigiri, Mega, and Rhythmic. Okay, Door missed on the aim at the beginning. That's the other thing you can do, I guess, is just kind of troll in the first 50 combo. Mega MK saying, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring on that one too, I guess. Why not? Don't miss on the streams, miss before the streams, then you're not nervous that you're FCing and you hit the streams. It's advanced, like, 5-head level tech.
The actual 5-head.
Alright.
The map doesn't start until now.
Yeah, the map starts at 200 combo, basically. And now we will see everyone feeling good. This is such an Exarch map, dude. It's metal stream. It's a metal Nomad too. This is like, you just picked this with Exarch in mind or what? There goes Mega MK again. Not what you want to see if you're Carolina.
I'm sure Carolina had Exarch in mind when they picked this.
You know what's funny?
No, go ahead.
I talk so much about how you only miss on the stream and that's what affects your score, and Mega MK is broken twice, and it was both on aim, which is like just the speed player dilemma. And oh, there goes Exarch, and that's what happens. There goes Nigiri, that's what happens. Oh my Nigiri, I'm sorry. That's what happens on this map. That's what occurs. If you break on the stream, you immediately lose 8% AC. And there goes Mega MK again, and it's still double left, well, basically double FC for Florida. Door and Rampton are chillin'. Rhythmic RS has very nice accuracy, but unfortunately his teammates are very far behind. And we go into the ending stream. At this juncture, it more or less can't affect the outcome unless somebody full misses the entire thing, and that is just not going to happen. It does not appear that that's going to happen. There goes Rhythmic RS. He loses the FC. He actually made it back on. That's the first time I've seen somebody miss on one of these streams and not chain miss. And there's no FCs, as Door and Rampton break at the ending. Door broke at the beginning and the ending, and Rampton broke at the very end. So 0 FCs. You know, Mega MK kind of, the 400k thing, Nigiri the 500k thing. Those are very good scores from Florida, though. 2 900ks. That's actually, like, slightly worse than some of the other team results, but it's fine because their opponents had a 520k and a 466k.
It's still very respectable. Mega MK's run was just tragic. He missed twice on aim, and then he like missed once, I believe, on like a slider in the middle.
Yeah.
And we immediately get put on the politically correct pick here.
We have now been TOS'd.
We've now been banned from Twitter.
This is a very safe for work type of pick. No offense to Dan Snyder.
What song is playing? Well,
it's the
a 6-letter mindless self-indulgent song is playing.
That is often used as a derogatory term for someone
a bundle
who
of sticks.
Is. Oh, I was just gonna say somebody who's homosexual, but I mean, you know, if you want to do that, that's fine too.
Bundle of sticks, open parentheses, derogatory.
Close parentheses.
No, just leave it open.
Oh. Okay. Wow, I really forgot to do the thing here. Hang on. I need to fix something. Paste special formula only. There we go.
That.
What? Oh, okay. Besides Araxi not joining, I checked the scores. New Jersey is already up 4-0 on Virginia. Very glad we chose Arizona versus Ohio ahead of that, I guess.
Oh, New Jersey.
New Jersey's pretty good, as it turns out.
Yes, also, they're playing the game.
Also, they got Dyna a new tablet today. after all his issues last night. Okay, there go Will Cookie and Mega MK early on before they got into the real brunt of the hard part. This was the sort of skill set that I was interested to see picked in this match. The like gimmick non-reading sort of gimmick, because like we know, you know, at least Will Cookie would do well on something that's just kind of a pure reading check, but something more like this where it has, you know, the weird slider aim and some awkward finger control is a whole different type of argument to be made for skill set differentiation.
This is like an interesting hybrid between a practice map and like a reading / finger control pick, where you can very easily mind block this if you practice too much, but if you don't practice it like a couple of times, you will not get the hang of it. It's a very interesting balance.
I've been seeing a lot of discussion about people over practicing versus under practicing map pools, and it's something of an interesting topic that I'd like to touch on, but not right now because we've got a map on our hands that is staying in touch for Carolina, because after those early breaks they have not missed again, and those are big combos being built up by pretty much everyone. We've got 750 on all the FCs, and Will Cookie and Mega MK are only 100. Did he just not? Did he mistap that last note? That was weird, because that was just...
he mistapped a couple of notes there, yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because that's going to give...
Raxi killing the three-way for Florida here, missing the slider end, or the slider reverse of the third guy.
This is still technically open, but not really. I feel like there's often times like this map comes down to being, you know, a couple 100,000 points at this point, and it's like it looks like there's more score left than there is because there's so little map left. But everybody hits the ending and it just doesn't matter. Like that's what happens every time. Everybody just hits the ending, and the Florida consolidates the break point by 400k with a double FC on Door and Exarch. That's a very good play from those guys. Abba,
very impressive.
Abba likewise does close out an FC. Just didn't have the teammate backing that he would have needed to keep that close.
Honestly, like their scores weren't even bad.
No.
Like if you say like heading into this match, oh, you're gonna get like 1 FC and 2 scores that like are above 600k on this map, you're like, yeah, sure, we can even pick it sometime. And then you just get like double FC done, triple S ranked on. Very unfortunate.
Impressive team score though from both teams.
Oh, we're getting a
Will is in the call.
Hello.
Will Stetson, who's listed as a commentator, has never filled out an availability sheet, has never replied to a commentator ping, is now here. Welcome, William Stetson.
I was very busy these last couple weeks. Hello. I'm just here to hang out.
So we're gonna be chilling with Will.
Chilling with Willin.
I was not. Yeah, I mean, almost was gonna say that. It didn't end up happening though. Arizona, Ohio, by the way, on the B stream tied 2-2, so that one staying interesting. Yeah. New Jersey is
those
just
look like really impressive team scores. I've never seen 2 mil plus on both teams on that map.
New Jersey actually just got 2 mil on it as well. They played this map at the same time. Yoshi Lover FC'd with 98.6 AC.
Damn.
Miles and Water only combined.
score.
Miles and Water only combined for 1 million points between the two of them, but they still won by 200k. Boy, they're just.
I mean, that's still pretty good.
They're just. I don't know what they're doing in this match, but whatever it is, it's working. Oh, they're speed abusing. They went DT2 into Free Mod 3. They're actually speed abusing.
The world when Dine plays USC.
The world when Dine SXL Siru is a speed abuse roster. Oh my goodness.
Can't believe it. They've fallen so far. Having Yoshi Lover gimmick abuse people like 2 years ago to now speed abusing others.
Also, Hidden 3 is the pick, it appears.
I said that we saw, the Free Mod 4 maybe someone will you know, go hidden 3 because they like hidden and they like that kind of
They like to
tapping type stuff.
This is a. I'll be completely honest. I didn't realize this when I picked this, but this is a practice map. If you just sight read this, or if you play this like once or twice, you're gonna get tripped up somewhere. You're gonna get tripped up on the 1-4 jumps, maybe slightly before the like slow section, or you're gonna get tripped up on the slow section itself because there's a couple of like really awkward circle only sections where it's like triple into quad into double into single double quad. It's some really awkward stuff. Or you're gonna get tripped up on the hard section at like the last quote unquote chorus where there's a bunch of like it almost becomes an alt map at that point at 180 BPM with very like large spacing, 1-4 circle into slider. It's awkward. It's very awkward. You need to practice this a lot.
Do you have the all-star roster from last year coming in for Florida?
Oh wow, yeah,
This is
the 2021 God mode roster. Wilcookie, Rhythmic RS, and ABBA should be a pretty good roster for this. My concern is like it's just the reading aspect of it for the non-Wilcookie players.
Hasn't ABBA been putting up pretty good scores though? Like,
He plays well, but I don't think of him as like a hidden player. I guess I don't know. Maybe I should.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. We're just gonna have to see.
Siri, please look up ABBA songs.
You are a dancing queen. Da, da, da. Oh, da, da, da. Oh, Digital Hypno gets like slider doubled. It feels weird that he's like on this team, but he's just kind of there nowadays for a lot of the stuff that they pick. He doesn't play.
When you say this, however, Grand Finals is not here yet.
Well,
so.
No, but I mean, they've been picking like DT stuff or like speedier stuff a lot of in their previous match, especially. So
I think he's hit the step of the road in an OC player's career where they become a field player, and they are the third man for every roster that doesn't have a third man. And
you mean
just have to accept that.
You mean just like he did in OWC, where he literally just doesn't play anything because he's always like the optional fill if somebody like doesn't show up or doesn't feel it?
Maybe.
Well, it's a triple FC still from Carolina, 2/3 of the way through. They've got 150 or so 1,000-point lead. It's a little bit higher now.
No one caught off by the slider streak either.
Yeah, this is pretty impressive stuff from Carolina. I'm very impressed, I guess, just by this team score. Rhythmic RS finds a late break. There's still a decent amount of score left in the map if Habib FC is an Almighty Door and XR Cold, especially if Wilcookie or ABBA breaks.
Ooh, it's gonna get close.
Digital Hypno Habib can bring this back if he FCs the rest in Almighty Door and XR both FC, because it's kind of a free combo in the ending. This is gonna get super, super close. You can see the score kind of working its way back over. I don't know if there's gonna be enough time left though. There is just barely not. There is just barely not. 17,000 points. Carolina manages to hold on. The one miss from Digital Hypno versus the S rank from Rhythmic RS with 2 FCs from both of their teammates.
That's literally just the difference between their scores.
Yeah,
that's
all it is. It's just the difference between them was 16K, and the difference between the teams was 16K. So, which way would it needed to have gone for Habib? Like, he would have needed to actually miss earlier, right? Because he was what, like 400 combo in?
Yes, or just not miss. That's also an option.
I mean, yeah,
he would have either had to, or just gotten better act.
Assuming that he was going to miss regardless, he still out-act Rhythmic RS by 0.6. Like, he had 8 fewer hundreds.
That is true.
I mean, I'm just saying
it would have made the difference.
Yeah.
very brutal, but I mean, still 3-2. They still have a point up.
The two
Still got something to work
FCs,
with.
yeah. Wait, those two FCs. That's 1 point. It's like 1 mil 33,000 and 1 mil 33,000. Like literally identical scores, nearly, from the two Fs from like the 4 FCs. That's nuts. That's so close.
Well, I mean, it's Florida's pick. They can still take this up 4-2 if they pick properly.
Yeah, they still have the break point
They
in
have
hand.
they have one break point above the.
So they went Fremod 4, Nomad 5. Yep, the Fremod 1. I touched on this, like, that this might be an option for them. If they feel that their hidden and Hard Rock, or their hidden and Nomad will, like, at worst match, and their Hard Rock will outperform, it makes Fremods like this and Fremod 4 very doable for them.
Surely we see Habib hidden. Surely, right? I don't know actually who takes mod this.
So Fremod 4 was Araxi Crescento Exarch with Araxi hidden Exarch Hard Rock Crescento Nomad. Obviously the maps aren't super similar, but just in terms of like mod selection.
I feel like in free mod these are the most similar ones. So that
Honestly,
that would make sense if that happened.
Habib might play this. I think even there's a scenario where Door plays this, but
If it's this roster, it's Habib Nomad, I think. Araxi hidden Exarch Hard Rock. They just keep the same mods on those two.
That would also make sense.
Yeah,
because I don't think Crescento's coming in.
Doesn't look
it
like
might be
Crescento's.
just Habib hidden Araxi Nomad. I'm not sure.
I know Araxi is a Nomad player, so that would. But it's like also which one of them is more consistent, and who would they prefer to take the Nomad? Is like an interesting debate.
I think it's just either. I have to think it's like
Maybe
literally.
it's both.
Yeah, overmod. True. I don't know that I really would overmod this pick, but I mean guess
hidden.
if you're a hidden pref, if you have two hidden pref mod players, then you might as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't overmod this, but at the same time, if there was a free mod to overmod, I think it would be this one. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just like the most straightforward. Also, they have Will Cookie and like Rhythmic and Mega. They are all pretty good at mods. Like,
Nah, they're doing the same thing as before though. They go Will hidden and then RS Hard Rock with Mega Nomad. That's the same thing as they did on Fremod 4. It is going to be Digital Hypno hidden Exarch Hard Rock, or actually does take Nomad. So I mean that was kind of coin flip, I think, between those two on this. They're both, I would assume, based on how the other Fremod went, comfortable enough on hidden.
I think part of it's also because Araxi's pretty good at Nomad 1, and this is like just like a fast Nomad 1. When you,
Ooh,
like,
don't
really think
let
about
Dada hear you say that.
What?
He got mad at me when I said that this was like a higher BPM Nomad 1 last night.
I mean,
this doesn't have aim. This doesn't have that much aim. Come on.
It's just low star. I mean, it has some aim. I mean, I wouldn't call this like a speed pick.
I will also not call this a speed pick. I'd call this like a flow aim slash kind of like 1-3 control-ish pick.
Yeah,
Hard to really describe. I'd call this a free mod 1 because you have no idea what you're putting in the free mod 1 before you actually put it in.
So true.
I mean, this is just like a kind of rounded map. It's got some tapping, it's got some aim, it's got like some, a little bit of like cursor control stuff. I mean, it's just a rounded pick.
Tiebreaker, open parentheses, prologue.
Yeah, except it's too fast. People would complain if you had this in as a tiebreaker, I think. Just because of the BPM. They'd look at the BPM and be like, this is too fast. And there's a break from Exarch. All right, Carolina. I see you.
There's a lot of map in this map, though.
This map is very map.
Yes. Lots of objects.
It's like
There's lots of time for Florida to come back.
What's the thing that this coffee isn't very coffee? This map is very map. It is, of all the maps in the world,
this one's the most
this is
map.
definitely one of them.
This one's hella map.
My co-commentators have lost it.
Dude, it's like midnight. Give me a break. Will comes in, and this is what happens. You remember 2 years ago? Like we just talk about stuff.
Yeah, eventually it just sort of devolved into like discussions.
We were also streaming for like 6 hours straight, so I think we deserve to be cut a little slack on that one. Just the one break, by the way. Exarch has had the only miss. There are 5 FCs still on the board, and it's a 170k lead for Carolina.
There's a break coming up, right? They're gonna see scores and probably start to get a bit nervous.
After this Ki. Oh, Rhythmic RS chain misses the burst right before the break, too. Oh, that hurts.
Okay, so right here, there's a very important solo section with a lot of streams that have caught a lot of people off guard, so...
The rhythm in this section is, like, slightly weird. Everybody gets through, everybody gets through, everybody gets through.
Habib dropping some act, but some
Yeah.
Exarch, but it's
not
still
even-
looking pretty good.
Exarch's Ack is not having the greatest time. He's like, he's a 1.4% behind Rhythmic RS, but he does have a significant combo advantage over his opposite number on Hard Rock.
Will Cookie is like holding it down right now with this
Yeah,
act.
I mean, Will Cookie is like the most hidden pref mod player this side of, I don't know, Taquito or something.
Yeah. All right. Are we gonna see any Miles Shake incidents?
Oh
Like,
God,
I
that
do not
was
think so,
was
but-
the most wild mild shake I've ever seen. I don't know if we're gonna, but this is gonna get real close, real fast if things keep going the way they are. Rhythmic RS breaks again. That opens the door up for Florida even more. Exarch's got to keep holding it. They've got to hold down the double FC to match Will Cookie and Mega MK, but Exarch is going to bring this back with his big combo. And there it flickers.
Oh man.
Florida's
That was gonna
good.
be
Oh, Raxi breaks at the very end. Wait a second. There is a bit of combo left.
not that much though.
It's
Is it gonna
enough.
flicker?
No.
Oh my
it's
God.
8K.
What are these points?
Ooh, I thought that might be enough, and it just barely.
It was gonna be enough, but the act drops from Carolina on the last two
Yeah.
1-3 bursts. That sealed the
Dude.
deal.
Jeez, that. They could have had that at the ending. Will Cookie's ack, by the way, man, what a shame. They actually
That is
finished
so
with
sad.
better ack overall, didn't they? Or not? Maybe not quite. I guess.
I think they.
Exarch
just
was
because of-
lower, but Araxi was higher. Rhythmic RS and Mega MK were both in between Exarch and Araxi, so I mean, somebody would have to do the math on that. I think Carolina has slightly better, but it's like super close. And at the end of the day, every little thing mattered there.
Well, I mean, what you were just saying about Habib being Phil Player syndrome. He did just FC
Yep.
with hidden. That's
Yep.
pretty impressive. And yeah, Florida going up 4-2 on their own pick. Let's see if Carolina goes DT4.
Yeah,
There we go.
I think we expected this because they have been doing the tapping, and this kind of does the tapping. It's also 10.3.
Ramton
Doesn't really
enter.
doesn't really do the tapping that much, but
It does a little bit of the tapping, and it's like, what else are you gonna pick that's comparable?
I think if I had to like make a list, I think they've legitimately gone down the list
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
tapping maps in the pool from most tapping intensive to least tapping intensive.
Yeah, I mean, once you take DT2 and FreeMod 3 out of the equation, you have DT1, NoMod 2, DT4, Hidden 3, Hard Rock 3 kind of counts, but it's more about just like aim and mashing your way through because nobody's gonna get that good of back on it. So that'll be another one.
Crescento and Ramton have rejoined for
Yeah.
Florida as well.
10.3 players be like. Just a quick update, by the way, while we're in between maps. Ohio has taken a break point. They're up 4-2 on Arizona. Virginia trying to stage a comeback. They were down 5-0 and have won 2 points in a row, so that is now 5-2. So Virginia keeping
they
themselves
playing
alive.
Who is Virginia playing against?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey's up 5. Let's go.
They were up, they were up 5-0 by speed abusing, and then they ran out of speed maps, I'm guessing.
Jeez.
I think if they were up 5-0 by speed abusing, that implies that the enemy team was also picking speed.
True.
Well, I said what their first two picks were like DT2, FreeMod 3 or something.
Can I also just say, back to this match, I'm very interested that Habib is playing this. I don't think he likes 10.3 very much.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he likes this song, so
Song buff?
Oh, true.
Song
Yeah, it's
buff?
true. He's powered up because it's Yoasobi.
Who isn't, though?
True.
Nah, but, I mean, if this were a little more tapping focused, I would say that this was, like, Carolina favored. As it stands, it's, like, a toss-up. And, man, that accuracy. I know it's only 340 combo in, but that was very nice to look at around the lobby. Oh, Nigiri misses a triple.
Drops 200s, but
Nigiri misses an entire triple. Not good. Not good, not good.
Yeah, very not good, but there is time. There's a lot of circles on this map.
Yeah. And it just does this the entire time. I feel like it's just like sliders and then a couple triples and then some sliders and then a couple triples and maybe a quint. But it's just that what you see is what you get.
alt insane diffs.
True. Florida keeping the three-way alive halfway through.
They're holding it down.
Accuracy has dropped a little bit on everybody except for one person.
And Brampton misses!
Okay. And this is so close that it will come back over to Carolina as long as they hold.
Pretty quickly, yeah.
Pretty quickly.
As well.
Yeah. The AC lead for Carolina is, like, not huge, but it's enough that it's helping a decent amount.
Yeah. And Nigiri has also recovered their combo very, very well.
Well, and
Guys,
despite
don't want to jinx anything.
I know, I'm not saying it. No.
Yeah, we say nothing.
Despite the fact that Nigiri had a 3 miss, he has 99.26 AC still. He has better AC than anyone on Florida, despite missing an entire triple.
Oh, no.
It's unlucky.
But it probably doesn't
lead.
matter.
Yeah.
I think that they've
there goes Ramsden
probably got the
again. I think that probably just ends it. This is
that's
such.
thinking
Oh my! Rhythmic Arts and Mega MK both miss. Wait a second.
Oh, wait.
Just a second. There is still some time left. Not enough time. It's 30k. Wow. Oh my god! They slider broke on the same. They slider broke on the same note. They slider broke on the same note, and almost lost the point because of it.
Stop missing at the end of maps. We can't take it. We have 3 people in this commentary booth, and we all have weak
can't
hearts.
yell. It's too late. Like, come on, stop.
2.9 million for both teams, man. Those are some scores. And it's just Rampton. If he hadn't broken where he did, Florida takes that. If he just hold his break until the end, like Rhythmic Arts and Mega MK did.
If we're gonna go like hypotheticals, if Nigiri hadn't missed at the start, then it wouldn't have been close, or at least that's close.
That is also true.
Just a small update: New Jersey has denied Virginia
Okay.
the reverse sweep. It's 6-2. New Jersey advances to the 4th round, I believe, of losers bracket.
Yep.
That is the first
That is
potential to
crazy.
be completed, and Virginia is eliminated from the tournament.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, no joke.
That team is just a shadow of its former self with all of the changes that they had to undergo.
Yeah, no
Okay,
Raycon. No
It's
New
not
Jersey-
just how they've fallen, but they've also been like sanctioned.
Yeah,
Like,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Rectagon.
Also, what's funny about that? Also, New Jersey, right? That's the first potential match to finish. They're the first team to advance into the next round, and they're going to be the last team to know their opponent because they're stuck waiting on the winner or the loser of Iowa versus Massachusetts that isn't being played until Tuesday night. So they get to sit around for 3 days not knowing who their next opponent is going to be. Same thing for like SoCal Washington winner. But that, at least, isn't until tomorrow night.
Also, Hard Rock 1 has been selected by Florida.
Well, Hard Rock. I mean...
I do love my... This is the 6.5 one?
No,
This is 5.8.
This is, yeah.
5.6.
This is the 500 PP one that you would tell your friends to farm if they needed to
yes.
get into a tournament like Sweet G.
This is, this also was, like, Nomad Farm, like, 5 years ago.
Damn,
I mean, it's still Nomad Farm, but, like,
there's
there's, like, easier Nomad Farm. If you're at the range. Actually, I'm just coping right now because I can't FC it because I miss on the freaking Quint part every time.
We do have Exarch resuming
Yeah,
the lobby for Florida.
I think this is a really good Florida pick. They're pretty good, as it turns out, at Hard Rock normally. And we talked before the match about the compared scores between the two teams from last week. They both played Hard Rock 1, and Florida had the better score by like 800,000 points. So
ABBA is returning to the match here, and would you look at that? It's after midnight, and you know what they say, give me a man after midnight.
how long have you been waiting to make that joke?
Precisely 1 minute.
All right, fair. Also, one thing that teams try to do against a team like Carolina that has a particular player who is like incredible in one skill set is force them out of the lobby. And you pick Hard Rock Aim, and you just know that you don't have to worry about Will Cookie existing.
Proving to be helpful as ABBA does miss instantly. Meanwhile, Florida is still holding the three-way FC.
Yeah,
through the first quarter.
they'll probably have a pretty decent time with this. I think Florida has pretty solid like Hard Rock generic map players on their roster. This is an any of these three could FC this type of pick, and it just would not be any sort of big deal. Rhythmic RS and Mega MK are holding it down though, so they'll keep Carolina in touch. Just that one early miss from ABBA.
This is another one of those maps though where it's long enough that any breaks can really change the outcome. So, I mean, you just gotta wait and see what happens to Florida. Hopefully the nerves don't kick in too hard, so they can secure this 5-2, or 5-3 rather.
Do you think anybody on Florida still... okay, well, I answered my own question. Crescento with a miss-aim. Actually, that wasn't really a nerve miss. He just miss-aimed. I was gonna say, does anybody on that team get nerves anymore? Because they're all, like, super experienced tournament players.
I mean, Crescento and Rampton are both pretty new, and I think we saw some of that last map too with Rampton. I think, like, just,
Rampton?
Oh, Rhythmic RS, brother!
Rhythmic RS, that is unlucky.
Oh, man, that is a not good place to miss in the map.
Nowhere. What happened
Yeah,
there?
he miss-aimed 2 notes in a row in the same part of the screen. Like, they were, like, bottom center. He just missed 2 things, and then he missed again on, I'm not really sure what that one was.
That was a slide break.
Oh, okay. And so now it's 2 FCs to 1. ABBA does have a decent combo, but it doesn't really matter for a while until Florida finds more misses.
Yeah, even though Crescento may be experiencing a little bit of nerves, Digital Hypno and Exarch not known for it. But
Exarch?
Oh man, that is not good.
Door status open.
Yes.
Because that is an FC on Mega that is matching Digital Hypno, and ABBA has double the combo of Crescento, and it's only a 100k lead. Yeah, this is not a big lead at all.
However, as you said, Carolina could be prone to nerves, not as experienced as
Maybe,
Florida, so
yeah.
we're just gonna see if they can hold it down.
They also have slightly lower AC.
True, it's gonna be a slow go.
It's not by enough that it's like making it really hard. Another break from Exarch. Of all the players to break on a map like this, I didn't expect him. Digital Hypno, meanwhile, just absolutely chilling. Like, he is just hanging out, playing maps. Oh, Mega MK breaks.
That is probably
that is
the coffin.
Back-breaking for Carolina on this pick. He could not afford that.
Unless there's a break from Habib, most
It's
likely.
still relatively close because the combo on ABBA and Rhythmic RS is so big, but Digital Hypno's FC is like more than enough to hold it off. Wait a minute, Crescendo breaks. Oh,
It's gonna be so close. It's gonna be so close.
There's not much time
Oh,
left.
ABBA misses.
And ABBA misses. Ah, man, I would have loved to see what would have happened if ABBA had held there. That would have been like last second map score flickering type deal if he had not broken where he did.
And I do just want to throw out there, Habib.
He 4 misses the last
FCs.
stream. He 4 misses the last stream.
Yeah.
Habib, true
Why do
FCs.
I speak? Why do I say words? Well, Habib with almost three FCs in a row. Oops.
Also, can I just point out that
Exarch had 102 misses.
yeah, and he instantly quit the lobby.
He went to go check UR. He got 58.71 UR. He did a skill. He actually did a skill. I can't wait. Digital 72. Rhythmic RS. That doesn't look. That was like 89 or something. That's not great.
Also, let's just point out that there's like 20 people in the general voice chat of USC Discord.
Yeah, I
assume
saw that.
Oh,
those are most of the people
that's
from New Jersey and Virginia.
New Jersey
yeah.
and Virginia, and a couple of random others for some reason. I don't get it, but whatever.
It's happy hour after getting, after having a good match. Friendly sportsmanship moment.
All right, what map does Carolina pick now that they get to 5?
By the way, Ohio closes out Arizona 6-2. So we still have not seen a close match. This one is the closest match. Though I mean, they both went 6-2, which was actually closer than any of the earlier matches. This is the closest match, technically speaking, at 5-3 currently.
Is there any % chance we see Ding right now?
No, I don't think so.
With Will Cookie? You don't think so?
I think the problem is, even if Will Cookie FCs it, how good are his teammates going to be on it?
That's true, but how good is Norden going to be at it, other than Habib?
Alt.
I mean, Door.
Habib and Door,
Oh,
yeah.
Door, true.
Well, they go no on 3 anyway, so it's something completely different.
That's
an odd pick. That doesn't.
Pick.
But here's the question: like, what else do you pick here? You're not gonna pick Nomad 1. You're not gonna pick Hidden 1. You're not gonna pick DT3. You're not gonna pick Fremod 2. So your options here were Nomad 3 or Hard Rock 3, or maybe Hidden 2.
I mean, realistically, you could have picked Hidden 1. I was gonna say
Hidden 1.
Poor pick. Fremod 2 maybe if you're like if you really want to gamble, because I think that's pretty 50-50.
I feel like Hidden 1 is like weird enough that Will Cookie feasibly could carry, is the thing. Like if the rest of Florida just sort of doesn't have a good time on it. But I mean, like it was probably either that Ding or Nomad 3, and so I can't really blame, but I don't like this pick. I feel like
I'm not against it.
I don't love this pick, but I don't think that there's anything that I think of as being like orders of magnitude better or anything like that. So I don't think it really makes a big difference at the end of the day. None of the remaining maps were like Carolina favored. It was just like, pick this and hope that you have somebody that can carry it, rather than pick this and know you have a team that can perform well on it.
Let's just remember the information like paradox here. They have the information that they're potentially good at Nomad 3. They do not own the information that Florida is like. They don't know their skill level at this. So
I just fear Araxi on alt in like any capacity.
Will Cookie? Brother.
No, Araxi.
He's missed like 3 times.
Oh, what the heck?
Looky
yeah.
at the Will Cookie.
I'm not really sure what's happening over there. He's got to get his stuff together, though. Carolina trying to just manifest Badoo into their team right now. That's Detroit Tigers left fielder Akil Badoo, by the way. Not Osu tournament player.
Oh,
Badoo. Clearly. I say that for the benefit of literally one person who I don't even know if he's watching this stream.
Hello, Eric.
Shut up, all right?
Hi, Eric.
Okay, there's Crescento with a break.
I was going to say, a good portion of this map is a bit slow, but the chorus is going to be what catch people. However, Crescento finding a miss on like what is essentially nothing in comparison to the real difficulty in this.
And we go into the Ki. Dead even. Carolina with a decent amount of combo advantage. So that score is going to start to go their way.
Yeah, Will Cookie has recovered quite nicely after
but Abba breaks.
That keeps this...
It keeps it
interesting.
Oh, and Rhythmic follows it up. And now it is
really
no
bad.
FCs and Will Cookie with a 600 combo. Meanwhile, Araxi and Digital Hypno double FC in. Florida doesn't want to have to pick another map. They just want to win it right here. And just say goodnight.
And they're definitely in a good position to do just that. Habib and Araxi both holding double FCs at the halfway point.
And there's a little free combo here as well, so it's just going to get even better for Florida. The lead is still only about 130k, so this is by no means over yet, but it's going to get to the point where Carolina needs an act of God in not too much longer if Florida holds on to their double FC and big combo backing them.
Yeah, especially because that score for both Abib and Araxi is going to start to shoot up
Yeah.
here. And Crescendo's recovered quite nicely, too. So that's not going to help things out. This is starting to look grim.
Yeah, this is getting to that point where if Florida doesn't have a few breaks really soon, it just stops to be comebackable. It will no longer be a doable achievement.
As I said earlier, Araxi no Mod 3 is a terrifying prospect
Dude, Araxi's
for
just
any team.
Araxi's just a gamer. I don't know. Guy comes in and performs quite well. Digital Hypno as well. Like he shows up and he just gets a couple FCs, gets a near FC, puts up another FC.
Yeah.
Wait, did he just get a 50?
I
Was
think
that-
he
was that a
double
50
tapped
but
or
not a
something.
slider break? My eyes must be deceiving me. There's no way, because that's not possible.
I
this
mean, they
is
have hit the new spike. This is over.
Yeah,
by the
this
way.
is actually over, unfortunately for Carolina. I don't think there was a perfect pick for them here. Araxi does find the late break. I don't think there was a perfect pick for Carolina here. This one doesn't end up working out, unfortunately. But by virtue of being in the winner's bracket, they do just drop down to losers. This isn't like an elimination match.
This is also probably the least close point of the match, I believe.
400K?
Yeah.
Around there. 381K, the final margin of victory after we had, what, 16K, 7K, 31K, 144K. Nomad 2 was 541,000 points, so that was the least close.
Ah, I see.
There were a couple under 300s, but in general, very close match. Florida, though, just gonna be a little better when it counted on a couple of those breakpoint opportunities. Managed to make it happen. And they managed to take the win. That's a 6-3 score. It is so far the closest match of the week at 6-3, and you could see how this one could have gone the way of Carolina if a few things had worked out just a little differently. Florida winning by 7,000 on Fremont 1. Who knows what happens if they don't win that? But if doesn't exist. So Florida will move on. They are our first winners bracket semifinalists. They will await the winner of NorCal versus New York.
That is going to be a good match.
That one will be good, and Florida versus the winner of that will also be good.
I think every winner's bracket match.
All four
following,
winners bracket matches this week are good. Too bad about the one of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely... I think I'm most interested in the New York NorCal match because I believe they're missing Fiery Rage for their...
They aren't missing him, but they will have him on a really, really bad setup, from what I've heard. So
Ooh, I see.
he might be limited to what he plays.
He's only going to be smoking lettuce in that match.
Yep, apparently he's said that he only will be playing DT3.
That is
But-
interesting.
If you want to believe it or not, just that's your
I don't
prerogative.
think that they're going to mental game for a quarterfinals match. That's I believe them.
We'll have to see, because that one is the last match. That'll be the last match of the weekend, so it's a little while off until we get to see that happen. We have Texas. We have the Sunday slate is actually kind of interesting. So we have Texas versus Oregon, which is the third potential match, and then we go back a round, as it were, to Georgia versus Colorado, which is a losers round 2 match that's getting played on Sunday anyway. And then we'll have the winner of that. Like, we don't even know when the potential match is going to be played yet, because the winner of that will either play at, like, right after or at 2 or 4 UTC, like, later that evening. So that's kind of a weird situation. And then we get the other back-to-back quarterfinals with SoCal versus Washington and NorCal versus New York. And then finally, Iowa versus Massachusetts, a match that's just not going to exist in an unfortunate turn of events.
Yeah, they just won't play the match. Actually, both teams will forfeit, and
I love top 3 winners bracket.
But
That's my favorite.
yeah, so it's gonna be 13 hours from now, roughly. Texas versus Oregon. Oregon again playing, like Oregon, much like not again I should say, but much like Arizona, they're gonna play a 10 a.m. match in a USA only tournament. Not really.
it's not. Oh, well, is it 10 a.m.
No,
for
no,
them?
it's 11 a.m. Excuse me. Sorry, it's
Okay.
18, not 17.
That's still pretty early.
It's earlier than I would expect a team to willingly opt into in a USA only tournament. But be that as it may, that'll be the next match. So I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. This was a fun match actually. Florida Carolina, it was a good one. I think lived up
Closer
to
than I would have expected.
yeah, lived up to expectations. We had a bunch of close maps. It's always nice to see. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow afternoon for some more matches. Tomorrow evening for even more matches. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Dada and Will, for joining in the commentary booth.
Of course.
And we will
Thank
see.
you for having me.
Yeah, and hope everybody has a great night. We will see you all tomorrow as quarterfinals weekend continues onward with some more matches in losers rounds 2 and 3 and in the winners bracket tomorrow afternoon. Be there, be square. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Get out of here.